Spirituality, a blessing or a curse? So, I thought I would talk a little bit about spirituality today, how having a complex dissociative disorder may make experiences of it more complex, as well as talking more about in this video our personal experiences with it. Of course, if discussions around spirituality are a trigger for you, this may not be the video for you. Which, speaking of triggers, many people with complex dissociative disorders will have some form of spiritual or religious trauma. Both these types of trauma are very common, both within and outside of this community. And that can most definitely affect a system's beliefs. For one, some altars may hold the trauma around that spirituality or religion, while others are more detached from it. This can affect how different members of the system view and interact with the practice. Spirituality or religion may also help someone to cope with their trauma and recover from it. And of course, it may be beneficial for one altar while it is harmful to another. One of the many ways that altars are going to differ is in belief systems, and whether or not the individual altar even has one at all. There may still be some form of collective practice in the system, but that doesn't mean that each altar will interact with it in the same way or hold the same beliefs around the practice. Each individual altar has their own individual views and life experiences that can affect how they interact with religion or any form of spirituality. So for us, we have been trying to get more into spiritual practices. We have had some hyperfixations around learning about different aspects of spirituality for a while. We have gotten really into astrology and tarot in the past, which some of our altars really wish we were interacting with more, so we may be doing more of that in the future. We also got a calendar last year to start our crystal collection. We always had an obsession with shiny rocks in general. We used to collect them before we really understood or worked with them for any purpose. But we just wanted to have a few there in case any of our altars wanted to use them in their practices. We've actually been keeping them right over here. There's a lot of cool, pretty ones that we've got now that a lot of our altars are looking into how to work with. That has been an interesting journey for them. We've also been trying to do some dream journaling. This is the journal we've been using for that. We haven't been as consistent with it as we'd like, especially since we have to get up for work so early in the morning. There's not necessarily always time for it, but it's also really beneficial for us on the dissociation side of things, with the amount of times we get our dreams and our memories mixed up. But our main focus right now is trying to connect more with the moon, which we have, I believe, discussed before that we've been doing. We've always felt a strong connection to the moon and the nighttime, and it's also an important part of our system. Even before many of us were spiritual about it, there was still somewhat of a reverence for the moon in our system. A lot of our inner world is very much designed around the moon as an important protective force. The moon being basically what gives us all of our protective forces and wards off the ones that are trying to harm us in the inner world. So even the alters who aren't into spirituality in that type of way still have some sort of affinity with the moon and respect for it. We've also created a mini altar space in our room. So we have more of a focused space for spiritual things and also have that motivation to actually interact with it since it's more physically there, which I will try to add a little video we took of it in here. So here is our little altar that we made to have a space to work more with the moon. We've had this jewelry box for a while and thought that it fit really well with what we were doing with the space and how we see the moon for ourselves. And then we had these 3 items were in the jewelry box, and we thought that they still fit with how just fit the energy that we were going for with the space. And then we have a diffuser in the back there so that we could add scent to the space and improve it in that way. And then we have our favorite candle holder. So we also feel a lot of links with horses and the moon. And in the back, hidden behind that, we keep near the moon, we have selenite that we keep as close to the window as we can. And the fabric we have is just some scrap from one of our siblings' projects that we really liked. So yeah, this is our little space, our little spiritual space in our room. Outside of spirituality, we also tend to identify our cultural religion. Some identify with it more than others, but none of us practice it. It's simply very important with our ethnicity, and a lot of us hold on to it more as a memorial to our ancestors over an actual belief system. But we would prefer not to go into that on our channel, as we know it may be very triggering to others, especially with the context around why we hold it as a memorial. But it's late, so I should probably be wrapping this up. I know this wasn't as in-depth as many of our videos are, but I felt like talking a little bit more about this side of our life. If you have any questions or want to share your experiences with spirituality as a system, feel free to leave those in the comments down below. Our Discord server is also linked in the description if you'd like to come chat with us there. And we will also be starting Twitch this weekend, and that will also be linked there. Today's stream will be earlier than what's on the schedule, as we have something that we're going to in the evening that we're really looking forward to. So we will likely be streaming closer to 2 today. But it would be great if you liked the video, if you liked it, and subscribe to see more content like this. If you would like to learn more about sexual alters, you can check out our video up here. Or if you would like to learn more about complex dissociative disorders in general, you can check out our playlist down here. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.